Good morning, track fans. Yes, it's Sunday. Can only mean one thing. It is Sunday Slotcast sessions, and welcome to the mayhem that is about to ensue. I've got some stuff going on today. I'm going to talk through some things that have gone on in the week that I've enjoyed, and some stuff that shocked me. So if you want to know what shocked me, stay tuned, because it does take a bit to shock me in the morning, I'll tell you. However, talking of shocks, we've got a great show today. We've got some special guests coming up. Ian and Doug from Magnetic Racing have agreed to come on the show, so they'll be here a bit later. Cannot wait. So what I need to do is I need to figure out how to invite. There you go. I know. I can email this to him as well. Gmail. Here we go. Bear with. Nothing like live time to the boys at Magnetic Racings. There you go. Right. So at about 7:30, Ian and Dougie will be joining us. And what I've got is I'll see them pop up in the lobby, and I'll let them in. Like, you can call me the doorman, kicks like a mule. Your name ain't down, you ain't coming in. Okay, so let's have a look. Who's on? Morning, Travis. Good morning. Yes. Richard Davis is in the house. Good morning, Rich. How you doing? Can't wait to... Richard's kindly sent in some pictures of his forthcoming track. Oh, I'm going to share them with you guys in a minute. It's going to be amazing. Darfingers, good morning. Darren, Daz, good morning. Got some news for you about you as well to share with everyone. Mikey, you're right. Paul, yes. Let us start with Paul. And good morning, Steve from Down Under. You'll make Travis feel accompanied. So, guys, there is a new sheriff in town. Right, let me see if I'll get this to work. I'm really pleased about this. So, good friend of the show, good friend of mine, Paul. He is now a YouTuber. Yes. So, if you haven't subscribed or seen his shows or his new channel, I urge you to get around there now. Slot Car 2021. And as you can see here, he's well and truly started. And now he's got to carry on. I love it. Anyway, Paul, well done, mate. This is what we all need. More content. There's never enough content. That's the problem. We get like content, and then we want more content, and even more content than that. So awesome. I tell you what was nice at the club on Friday. We had some new guys join us, and I'm going to show you this. Try and get this to work. Slides. Here we go. Oh, it'll be all right on the night, they said. Do what you need to do, they said. And it doesn't work. It's even worse. Right. Well, I'll do this in the background because I'm a bit of a pro. I did some practice last night. So hopefully... Oh, that's why. What a... I won't even tell you what I've been doing. But anyway, once this reloads, I'll share with you these guys. So at the club, I don't know if you're watching Charlie. I doubt Tom is awake, and I definitely doubt Phil is awake. But anyway, Charlie, it was nice to meet you on Friday. We'll just get these up, and I can show the viewers what I mean. We had 3 generations rock up at the club. It was amazing. It's like we had... you're welcome, Paul. You're welcome. We had these guys. So on the left, Charlie, new breed. On the middle, Tom, middle-aged. And on the right, senior, Phil. Best racer of the lot, killing it on lap times, all of them keeping it in the slot and making me look like the original throwback. These guys are going to be better than me in 6 weeks. I can feel it. But I do hope they keep coming. It was a late one on Friday, Charlie. It's not normally that late. We started late and there was 15 of us. So Normally, if there's 10 of us and we start at 8:30, we finish at about 11, 11:15. So when you start at 9 and there's 15 of you, goes on forever. Hi, Mike. Hi, Conquest. How you doing, mate? Good to have you on board. I checked out some of your videos. I tell you what, right, guys, if you're not into Conquest's YouTube channel as well, he's one to watch as well. Really warming guy, very genuine, and gives you good content. Some really good data and information from him. I love it. So, yeah, love that. 3 generations in the club, racing, doing the right thing. So what else excited me? While we wait, if you've just tuned in, we've got Ian and Doug from Magnetic Racing joining us in about 15 minutes. They are so excited to be up at 7:30 on a Sunday. They couldn't even begin to tell me in the WhatsApp message. But, you know, that's those guys, and they're coming on, and we're going to have great fun. So if you don't know where to get good news from in the week, good news comes from our good friend Travis over on YouTube channel at That Slot Car Guy, Facebook, Instagram, funnily enough, at That Slot Car Guy. Brilliant. But anyway, he's brought to us. Good morning, Bacon. How you doing? I can't call you Bacon, mate. Put your name in the chat so we know who you are. Anyway, he's brought to our attention in the news this week, which is cutting edge every week, 3 or 4 times a week. You can find news with Trav. This little bad boy. Check this out. It's just moved my head out of the way. Check that out. I'm just going to neutralize the comments so we can all have a good look at that. This is the MR Slot Car, Mr. Slot Car, or MR Slot Car. I don't know. I'll say MR Slot Car because I've heard people saying that before. The new Shadow. Oh, that is a slot car from heaven. Mamma mia. Look at it. So I'm got all excited over the prospect of getting this because I think it's July the 3rd. I have to check the date. Kidder, if you're on today, if you're in the room, Kidder, in the background listening, just remind me if it's the 3rd of July at Rockingham Slot Car Club for the American Pie, which has a Can-Am section, a Can-Am class within. However, so I'm looking at this and I'm going, slot car. I want that one. I want that one. And then this happened. Oh, come on. Look at that. £82. £82. £82. Incredible. You know, what were we supposed to do with that? 82 quid for a slot car. £82. Anyway, £82 is what it is. So I will be seeing if there's any of these from other brands, maybe. Sorry, MR Slot Car Guy. But what I'm going to do is I really want a Shadow. I'm really struggling with £82. It's a big number. I think if that was about £60, they might have a deal. They just might have a deal. Yeah, I'm going to buy that then, Travis. Travis has just made a comment here. Buy it and love it. Yeah, Trav, I'm going to buy it using your credit card. How's that? Yes, and then I'll really love it. So anyway, yeah, this is £82 of slot car loving. And I don't know. I don't know if I definitely can't afford it at the moment. So, and I don't need it. I don't need it until July. So what are we on? Because we've got half of April, May, June. So I've got 2.5 months to hustle and see if I can get some money in to do the Shadow. Anyway, £82. I tell you what, see here, I've got a load of ribs I'm going to pop one out and sell it on the dark web, and then I'll be able to afford this. Selling a rib to afford a slot car. Wow. Anyway, what I want to do now is share with you Richard Davis's slides. So we're having a little look around before we get Ian and Doug on from Magnetic Racing in about 10, 12, 15 minutes. There's still time to take a nervous wee, boys. Here we go. So, yeah, Richard Davis. Wow. Now, this guy is, I can't make out if this is your garage, Richard, or if you've got a mega loft. But here we go. Hang on. Before I go on, let's just cover up some comments on the shadow. So I get my bonnet out of the way of the car. There we go. Oh, really? Okay. Well, I'll have to check them out. So GT models, the Fiat. Yes. Yes. Now I tell you, I don't obviously, if you followed the show for a long time, I don't really normally do much with or about Carrera. I'm going to reach out to them because I follow Travis on that Slot Car Guys news feeds in the week. I saw him. Well, he didn't. It was an unboxing video, so slightly wrong. It wasn't the news feed, but it did turn into the news feed. But he did he did get sent some stuff from Carrera that, and it was amazing. Their cars are so detailed. My challenge is with them is that they're not too exacting scale. Excuse me. And in the club, we need exacting scale, or Mick Kerr doesn't let him in. He doesn't let him in. Or some of the other racers like, I don't think so, Pete. I don't think so. So I haven't done much with Carrera, but hot news. Hot news. Look what I got. That's right. I'll bring it out later if we've got time. Otherwise, stay tuned in the next couple of weeks for the grand session with my new polycar track. So, yeah. So I need a track to do some time trials on, a consistent, same size, same brand, same track, out of the box new. It's not been cleaned, demoed, used for 2 years in a pandemic, absolutely caned by me and Albert. Hey, Albert and Wolf, through the whole show setup. I mean, if you go back and have a look at some of the videos, we are having absolute carnage in there. It's amazing. So yeah, I'll check that out. But what are we looking at now? Let's get rid of this. No, let's keep that on the screen. Why would I take the shadow off the screen? Oh my God, must be early. How to make friends and influence. Oh my word, MR Slot Car Guy. How embarrassing. So sorry. They're not Australian. They're Canadian. Did I mention that I'm quite new to this hobby? I'm only about 2 years deep, 18 months, 2 years deep. So I don't know. But if it's any consolation, I even have one of your cars. Yes, dudes. The old McLaren. Love it. So I have to close the box or I end up rolling over it. Yeah, well, we talked about that. They'll never realise. Mossetti Racing. Oh, okay, cool. Love it. What we got going on? Read through some of these comments. Ah, yes, Richard. We're going to show you Richard's stuff in a minute. And I think you're going to be, well, we started, but we'll see the rest of it in a moment. It gets better. Yeah, Polycar. The people have spoken. I listened to the poll that we did about 3 weeks ago, and Polycar it is. It presented itself to me via Roger Barker at A1 Slots. Roger Barker, great guy. If you want to buy anything slot car related, track related, anything slot cars, Skelectric, Roger Barker Slots on Facebook or A1 Slots on Facebook. and you'll find him in a heartbeat. Really, really nice guy, and customer service is excellent. Customer service will not be faulted. And I've got a story. Once I heard that somebody had bought a Scalextric kit for Christmas, and they messaged them on Christmas Day to say that it was faulty. Roll forward a couple of hours. Roger Barker knocks on the door of the client and says, "I'm here to sort out your slot car track." Goes in, fixes it on Christmas Day, and then goes home. No, there's no better customer service than Roger Barker. There's people that offer similar customer service, but he's one of the best in the business for sure. 4 lanes. No, it's too close. There's 2 lanes, 2 lines, 2 lines. Marty Ford, good friend of the show, and just a genuinely decent guy. It's all coming out now. See, this is why I love this breakfast show, because everyone like chips in and we learn stuff that I didn't really know. I don't know, Darren, if Polycar's doing digital, but I do know that Maurizio Ferrari will be at the Slot Car Festival in the competitions and having a look around, because they have a presence at the show. Might be worth tracking him down and asking him. I'll ask him. I'll get him onto camera and do a proper interview this time, one that's not on bandwidth, one that's on my camera, and we'll sort it. Yeah, we got some digital love. So anyway, let's get back to Rich's track. £82. Sorry, every time I see it, it cracks me up. So here is... All right, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Here's Richard's place. So he starts with a space, and he's built his carcass, he's built his framework, he's worked out what track he needs, he's got his platinum kit going on. Love the fact that there's a bit of pre-planning to this, because when I do my track, I just bought a load of track and saw what I could get from it, because that's sort of how I grew up. I grew up getting bits and bobs from car boot sales, rummage sales, bring and buy sales, wherever I could get something for about £1, because that's like even more money than I had back then. Started to get, so this was the first layout, I believe. Forgive me if I got this the wrong way round, Richard, but this is the first layout that we had. And then he modified it, or was it like this and then you modified it inwards to keep that centerpiece that you see kicking out on the dog leg in the middle on the right hand side, to keep that onto the banner? So this one, Rich, is scrambling for his keyboard now. No pressure. While you're telling us, a quick shout out to some of the younger members who might be watching. Cameron, if you're online, how you doing, mate? Eleanor, Eddie. Eddie's a 3-generation racer. So you got Eddie. Sorry, not Eddie. I beg your pardon. Let me get this right. Eleanor's the 3 generations. You got Eleanor, her dad, Ed, and her granddad, Jeff. Yes, I remembered it. Cool. Thanks for clarifying. So Paulie here is saying 4-car power base is available from Polycar. Ooh, he's spending my money before I've even earned it. And that is an investment. Exactly. So do we have, let me check my phone. Oh, right, okay. It's in your email, dudes. Let me just send to Ian and Doug. To you. So I can't talk and type. A bit like one of the American presidents that couldn't chew gum and walk. I'm the same. If I start trying to read out what I'm writing, I'll get shot. Okay, hang on. All right. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. I'm going to take a photo of the link. I'm going to send that to them. So, Ian and Doug, if you're on, check your WhatsApp. I've sent you the link by email, by text, and by WhatsApp. Yeah. So what you do is you put the link into your browser on your phone, your tablet, your computer, and that will just literally bring you to me. So if you're unaware, guys, we've got Magnetic Racing coming online in the next 5 minutes or so. They're just sorting themselves out, and then they'll be with us in the studio for Sunday slot car sessions. Oh, come on. Here we go. Let's send them a picture. So I only get the links to these when I come online. So they should be joining us very, very shortly. So while we're waiting for them, we'll have a quick review on how. Let's just stave this off. We'll have a quick review on how the car spraying is coming along, because as you remember last week. Good morning, Aid. How you doing, my friend? As you remember from last week, we were spraying onto the orange fluorescent in the green, and some of you more seasoned people out there would literally be saying, no, you need to prime it, Pete. It's going to look brown or purple or something. Guess what? You need to put the feedback in the comments, because it looked brown and purple. So what I did, I'll get up close to this. I think you can about see that. So this is the side that I was painting straight on, and I kept spraying it. Like the other day, I wonder if I can show you the video file. Here we go. No, I can't. I couldn't do it. The file was corrupted when I wanted to do it. So, as you can see, I kept spraying it, and it started to come as we want it with lots of paint, but it still looks quite dark. So when you turn it round and you see the side there, you can instantly see the light difference between it. This side's darker, this side's lighter, and the front and the back are the same as the repainted side. So what I need to do is I need to sand this back, this side. Yeah, you know it. Prime it, and then redo it so that it comes out looking as sort of consistent as this. Right, hang on. I've got correspondence. From the guys. Right, let's pop that down there. So the car is coming along nicely. I'm going to spray up the right side, the right colour, and then we're going to get to it. I don't want to take the tape off, because once you take the tape off and put the tape on, things start to go wrong. So I will keep a tune on that. So I lost my train of thought here. Right, Ian, Doug, how you doing, guys? Do you need some help? Let's just check comments. So what we got here then? The app is a sore point, strong download. Most of my computer is fun. Have I missed an app thing here? Aha. So Darren, Richard, what app is using Magic? Richard's having challenges, downloading stuff to... okay, yes. Yes. Software and apps. My absolute nemesis. This is the right comments chat room for you guys, because the people in here have got a collective experience of slot cars of about 9,000 years. So they're going to get some answers in here. Morning, grandson of man. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Richard, I would say what Paul's saying and what Darren's saying and a few others are saying is to get the Magic Arc app. It's not a bad bit of kit. Did you not have any wheels? I'm the same. I've got no car. So some good friends at the club are taking me up there and bringing me back. It's amazing. Thank you ever so much if you're watching, Matt and John. Legends. Thank you. So there we go. Right, let's... Messenger. Let's see if we can get Ian and Dougie on through Facebook. Oh, what is this? No, that's not going to work. That is a whole new kettle of fish. Oh. Right, let me send them the mail. Right, here you go, guys. If you can see your email, it's coming over now to everything, and it's just a straightforward link. So it should not go in your spam folder. Right, let's close that off. And there was one more thing that I did want to talk about while we're on the slides and that, which was lovely achievement from a friend of ours, friend of the show, friend of yours, Darren. That's right, Daz. Check this out. Darren, we looked at his Magic Arc Pro box cover that is produced by Magnetic Racing. And Ian and Doug liked it that much. They've put it on their homepage. Right there on their homepage. So this is how it looks on a mobile app. We're going to have a look when they come online in a bit for... we're going to have a look on how it looks in a bit. Can't even speak. On their website is what I'm supposed to be saying. So I'm just sending them links by all sorts of ways that I can. Copy URL. Hopefully we can get them like this. Bear with me, guys. I know this is not ideal on live TV, but we are on live TV, so you're going to expect some turbulence, right? Okay, let's catch up with some of you guys. Hold on a second. I'll give him a minute to sort himself out, but I can see him. I can see Ian. He's in the lobby. He's done it. He's made it. He's a technical genius. Yes. Here they are. Hang on a second. I best get some merch out. Some merch so I can fit in. There we go. Just make him feel at home. With lots of merch floating around the place. There we go. It literally is like the Magnetic Racing showroom in here at the moment. Right then, are you ready to meet the Magnetic Racing guys? Here we go. Yes, here he is. How you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, there he is.
Hello. Hey,
Hello. All right then. Let's see if I can hear you.
Delay there then.
All right. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Oh.
No, he's wrecked it.
No, it's technical issues. There we go.
Yes. Sorry, I'll calm down. Some people have
there's
said.
Definitely a bit of a delay there.
Yeah, that's it. Where are you in the world?
We're in our workshop. Oh, wait, the sound. Oh, there we are.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, that's it. Where are you in the world?
In the unit.
We're in our workshop. Oh, wait, the sound. Oh, there we are.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, that's it. Where are you in the world?
On the moon.
Ah, right.
Hello.
We've got some delay, haven't we? Ah, right. How do we do that?
Hello.
We've got some delay, haven't we?
Yeah.
How do you solve this?
Yeah. Only about 10 seconds of delay.
How do you solve this? Wonder if I sit further back.
Who knows? Only about 10 seconds of delay.
Oh, actually, are you watching it on another device?
Wonder if I sit further back.
If you turn the volume down, and if you've got it on another device, turn that volume down. Turn the volume down, and if you've got it on another device,
oh, hold on. Let me turn the volume up on this one then.
That's it. That's what it is. There you go. So
are we live now?
We are live. Yeah. I should have qualified that before we started. That could have went horribly wrong. Good morning.
Where's your red light, Pete? Where's your red light? So you're on air.
I can't reverse cam, but it's definitely here. So let's start again. So good morning. On the left we have Ian. On the right we have Doug.
Hello. Wait. I'm just trying to. It's really awkward because the one screen's got it in delay, and I keep looking at the wrong screen, so I need to get rid of that screen.
Put a towel over it.
Yeah.
Like a budgie.
There we go. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Piece of wood.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. So what you do, right, is I can flick up some comments while we're going. Here we go. So look, I'm getting abused here in the chat section because of my technical genius.
We can see some comments coming up. That's why we're
they're loving our IT skills. Exactly. Stock car dudes. Hello. So you guys are in the UK, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Right down south, sort of half hour from Portsmouth.
God, I didn't know that. That is really south.
Yeah, really south. So when we got to Gaydon, it's a good couple of hour trek for us.
Do you? I know you do. You do lots of different things outside of what we all know you for, making buildings.
Yes.
And one of those things is doing corporate track events. So you go around and you set up the track at different places.
Yeah.
What's like the furthest that you've been? Because you're Pompey.
Canada.
Probably Canada.
Canada.
Really?
Yeah.
We
wow.
travel around. We travel all around the world doing these bits and pieces.
I went to Munich twice last year.
Yeah.
We
got Monaco for the Grand Prix at the end of the month, end of May.
Yeah.
So we get to watch the Formula One and get paid for it at Monaco.
Wow. Do you need a roadie?
Yes. On the hotel list.
Yeah. I'll bring my own scenery.
Yeah, right.
You're a bit slow there, Pete. The list is about 50 people long at the moment.
Okay, hang on. Where's that end button?
Yeah. I'm sure we can bump you up a few spots.
Brilliant. So Canada, well, how do you get your kit out there when you go over there?
Yeah, it's just freighted, shipped over. That was air freight. Yeah, the client paid for it to be freighted over. Yeah, and then they fly out there for a few days. And
it was quite a last minute one. So normally you'd send it by boat 'cause it's way cheaper, but it was like so last minute that they had to go on the plane. So we freight. DHL came and picked it up. Off we went.
Oh, I dread to think the thought of air freighting things as kind of delicate as what you make. That
Yeah.
I used to import tiles, solid, and they would break. So these things,
yeah, it wasn't too bad. We made our own crate, and then within the crate there was lots of boxes. So
of course we made our own crate.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. So with that, that's good. What about Gaydon then? So we've got Gaydon coming up. Have you got shows before Gaydon at all?
No, was that one in Orpington?
Orpington?
No, we're not there. No, we've got this build that we're trying to finish. We've got a couple of weeks. I was at the Orpington one.
That's the Orpington one. So
yeah, we've had a few people ask us, and unfortunately, we won't be able to make that one. I don't think.
Okay, just for the benefit of some people who can. I can't go. I haven't got a car, and I have to limit the times that I can borrow the car.
Can't you cycle?
No, I can do what Travis is suggesting here on the comment. I can hold the camera as the roadie.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
That's it. So, but anyway,
we are going to release
loving the doghouse.
Yeah.
Sorry?
We will release a new building when we're at Monaco. A
Monaco or Gaydon?
For Mag Racing, yeah. So we've got to make a building, don't we, for the track that we're putting on, that we're doing at Monaco. So then we'll release that.
And when are you in Monaco?
For the Grand Prix, that's the end of May, 29th of May, I think, 28th, 29th.
Does that mean we'll get a prototype for Gaydon to have a look at?
Interesting.
Yes,
probably a week before. I should imagine we will have a prototype there. Yeah, it might not be the finished product, but
no pressure.
Where's my laptop? I'll start designing it.
Exactly. Yeah. So for just the caveat, I should have done this at the start of the show as well as qualifying to keep it clean.
Always
I'd just like to bring to just share the screen here for the moment and let the other guys know exactly who you are, what you do. So as you can see, let us go in a better view than that. There you go. That's looking good. So this is your website.
Yep.
And you can come on here and very poignantly, Darren, one of our great friends, has done, you've got to say, he's up there. He's got to be getting close to Tara level. Or
that takes some going.
Yeah, it does take some going, you know. I said almost.
Yeah,
so, good. Darren, you know Tara's work. She's like superhuman when it comes to painting. But you've put his work here on the front page. Do you know how happy this has made him?
Oh, really? You know,
honestly. But he deserves it because it is a great bit of work.
Yeah.
So
that's what we that's what the homepage picture of the website has been for a while. It's been customer photos for a while. So
some of our favourite ones.
Some of our favourite ones. So we've been cycling it through. So it'll be there for a week or two, and then we'll choose another one.
See, that's what I like about you guys. You really interact with your audience. You know, your customers are your friends, and your friends are your customers, and that's a nice place to be.
Yeah, I think it's because we enjoy it so much. We're fans of it. You know, that's why we purchased the company when it was in its infancy ages ago, and we loved it so much, and we're fans of it. And it's just cool.
Yeah. So
I still get buzz making the products and designing them and building them myself. So no, it's cool. I love looking at the pages, what people have done with the buildings.
Nice. And that's what I like about your site is it's easy. From someone who has built a lot of websites over the years in business, this is about as good as it gets for simplicity.
Good.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, no, look at this. So I can get inspiration whenever I get round to doing some more buildings from you guys. At the moment, I've got a backlist like you wouldn't believe. I love this blue and yellow Dunlop, blue and white Dunlop bridge is the bit that you can't see on the stairs here where they alternate the colours. Yes. I can sit here looking at this like an Instagram feed.
Yeah.
However, if you go to, let's pull up another screen just to give you the full coverage while we're on. if you like, you know, if you prefer to watch rather than read, then you can hop over to your YouTube channel, guys.
Yes.
How long have you been running this for? Because it's a while now, isn't it?
It's a while, but we sporadically put stuff on it.
Yeah, it's been there like probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, but it's
Think
only
Scale Electric. Though.
Yeah.
It was there as Think Scale Electric originally. Then we combined Magnetic Racing into the same channel.
Yeah, it's hard to do content for more than one platform, isn't it?
Yes. So then, and then it's just been more recently we've been making those videos that you've been seeing with us sat behind with the stuff behind. So yeah, it's fairly new.
These ones
I
here.
think we've got inspiration like from you and Travis and some of the Slot Car Guy, and it's interesting. I find myself waking up and I just see get some new videos, and I watch Travis, you know, when I wake up. I watch you and you know and all that, and it's cool and it's interesting. So why not sort of jump on that wagon? And you know, good for the hobby. It's good for everything, you know.
Oh, we love it. We love it because we just get ideas. And when you sort of like see you two master crafters in your backdrop there, for instance, we've got like, we've had this banter before, but I've got like one pot of bush. Try to keep it. It's Sunday morning, remember, guys. So I've got one pot of bush, which will create my my magnetic racing. I need some stickers for this, by the way, if you can help me out with that.
Yeah, there's all our pots.
So I got one, and look at this. This is behind the scenes, everyone. Magnetic Racing's craft den production line.
Yeah.
So tell me, in terms of sort of, don't give me the massive like the financial side of it, but in terms of the volume of how many sort of buildings or people or figures, how much of this stuff would you sort of create a week, or does it vary? Are you full on with it?
When you say create, do you mean like new products, or do you mean like how many products go out the door?
Yeah, that's the latter. So I buy these unpainted so that I can sort of do it in my own time and keep me off the street.
Yeah.
But some people who are cash rich and time sensitive would opt to pay you guys, the black belts, to do this for them and send them the finished article. So like, what's the sort of ratio between people buying it ready or buying it flat packed, as it were?
It's got to be 95% people buying it flat packed.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, for example, at the moment we sell, I don't know if you've seen on the website, we sell the ultimate pit lane. So it's 6 pit buildings and the pit wall. We've got 3 sets of those like being made at the moment for 3 different customers.
Oh yeah, painted and
each of those is probably 20 hours of work, probably more for each set. And we've got three of those
on back order,
waiting to be done. I
suppose on average it's about two or three painted items a week.
Yeah.
The rest of it is all flat pack.
So why? What was the brainchild that sort of got you into making miniature buildings of different scales? Whose idea was it? Who's the culprit?
Well, it started off with Think Scale, obviously, and we used to buy the products from Magnetic Racing when it was in its infancy, when they only had a handful of buildings, and we bought so much of them. They then approached us and said, "Oh, do you want to? Would you like to buy the company?"
Wow.
So yeah, but they only had how many? It was
about maybe 20.
Maybe 20 products, 15, if that.
I thought you was going to say members of staff.
Yeah, no, just the product. So we decided to make the leap and grab another company, and now we've sort of made it 5, 6, 7 times bigger than what it was.
I think there's 183 products on the website at the moment. I think I've been doing a lot of updates on them in the last few days. So
wow,
that
is intense.
Well. Yeah, they work well together, the Scale Electric company and the Mag Racing.
Yes.
Because then we can design our own buildings for the Scale Electric tracks. Tracks. Yeah.
I loved it, seeing you guys last year at CDW, Clerkenwell Design Week, because you were at the creative showroom up there. And you had, what you do is when you go to the corporate events, the viewers won't really know this, but you take the gantries or different parts of the buildings and you put their company logo on there rather than whatever this one is, or Heineken or Mobil, and you put their brand on it. And I just think that's such a, from a corporate point of view, that is a sweet touch.
Yes.
So with you having like 85 buildings,
185.
Sorry, 185. Yeah, I get away with it because it's so early on a Sunday. Yeah. Do you have any like particular favorites each? Like, do you each have different favorites, or do you like the similar sort of thing?
Good question.
Let's think about that one. You go first, Doug.
I like some of the recent. I like the doghouse that you're holding up, Pete. I know it seems a bit of a get out because you're holding it there, but yeah, I enjoyed.
That's well painted.
That one. Yeah. What else?
Have you seen the donuts and what Tara's done with it?
No, but I am going to show you it because I just saw it a moment ago. So let me.
Yeah, I mean, that is such a cool building. And then what Tara did with it, and she put online yesterday, just wow. So yeah, I think donuts is probably one of my favorites, and the beer barrel. Yeah.
Oh, the building.
Okay, because I'm getting good at this now. And the beer barrel, yeah. We'll be in the bottom of a beer barrel. Right, here we go. So let me, we're on the right view. So this is, can you see it all right, yeah?
Yeah.
So this is Tara's next level painting, track fans. Wait till you see the inside.
Oh, the inside is crazy.
I mean, like here, the attention to detail around the front of the counter where the servery is, that she's got a different style of metal, corrugated sheet style.
Yeah, that is actual real checker plate, isn't it?
Oh, is it? I thought, God, that's realistic painting.
Oh, no, it's actual.
There
I think it's model checker plate, but yes, it's checker plate.
It's ace.
Yeah.
But here we go.
There you go. You got the interior now.
That's the one. This is the hero shot.
Yeah.
It doesn't let me zoom in. Brilliant.
Anyway, big enough.
There we are.
Right down to donut glazing. And she mentions in here as well that she's actually put a trophy and certificate as well. I mean, that's, if you're watching this, Tara and Steve, it's just genius. All right. It's genius. Okay. But there you go. What about, so you've got, I won't ask you about what the new product is and ruin the thunder of the global launch and stuff. But you've been through a series of, in fact, let's take some questions from the viewers. So, hold on a second. Let's have a look through. You have to check them before you put them online.
I like Darfinger's comment. Needs Homer Simpson taking a bite out of that pink donut on the roof.
Yes, exactly. There you go.
You get a Dremel on the donut and try and get some bite marks out of it.
He'd be like a yellow Michelin Man.
Oh, there we are. Or Ian, you could try and gnaw your way through the donut.
Amazing.
Ian the Michelin Man.
What you've been doing these rhymes. I didn't say we were cultured on here. I just said we had to go. So you've been doing the rims, track buildings. Yeah. And I know you do some other stuff because we've got like the Silverstone, is it Daily Express, Daily Mail?
Yeah, the Timekeepers building from the 50s and 60s at Silverstone.
That's the one. Are you going to do some iconic global architecture, maybe? Like
we did the donuts.
Donuts. I know. Yeah. No, not movie architecture.
Okay.
Like the Gherkin. Or
okay.
I don't. Have you done any like you could do like the Golden Gate Bridge?
Okay, interesting.
I don't know how that would work. That's your dilemma, really.
Yeah, we can. It's making it in kit form that's then so people can actually build it. We did the Squinty Bridge that's in Scotland. No, Glasgow.
Yeah, Glasgow.
So that's a weird shaped bridge with a twisty turret going over the top of it. But that would never be able to. You would never be able to put that in a kit form. That was all scratch built.
Yep.
What else have we done?
Well, we also did the Hilton Hotel from Glasgow as well.
Yeah.
So what they're talking about in terms of trying to put it into kit form is the kit comes in different sizes, like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see. So if you do the gherkin, there's a flat pack. That's how you buy it. That's how it comes.
Yeah.
So if you do like a gherkin, it's how do you fit it in with all the bits and bobs? That's the dilemma for these guys.
Well, yeah, the latest Greens building, an envy building, this one, that one there.
Oh, nice. Yes.
That flat packed, like, it's massive. It's like you almost need an IKEA trolley because it's such a big packet of flat packed bits of wood for all the pieces, because it's such a big building. The pieces are big. So it's a huge parcel when I send those out.
Okay. Wow.
And it's a weird shape, the gherkin, so that'd be that'd be
and
tricky.
How long does it take? So how long does it take to like burn off? Like, I know they're going to be different scales, but if you take a doghouse, how long would that take to actually make on the production run?
Doghouse probably getting close to, I don't know, 45 minutes, maybe nearly an hour.
It's with the 1 mil detail. It takes the time. Cutting the walls and stuff's quite quick. But it's etching all like the brick. Yeah. And all the little detailed bits. It just
where it's double skin, so you've got like etching on the inside, you're etching on the outside. So it's almost like you're cutting two products because it's outer and inner.
Yeah. And do you have a lot of like waste? Do you have a lot of defected stuff? Does it go wrong, or is it always really clinically like water jet cutting accurate?
Everything gets checked. Probably 99% of stuff gets through, but occasionally, like it's for whatever reason. We're in an old farm building, so sometimes the electric, like if it's cold, everybody's got the heaters on. Sometimes we have to turn the power of the laser up to counteract the fact that there's less power. So occasionally you'll get a product and you'll take it out of the machine and go, and it just goes, well, if we can save it and use it for ourselves, we'll do it, but we wouldn't send it out.
Proper hobbyists. Don't throw that away. There's use for that. Don't throw anything away. We'll use it.
Yes.
We put that with our prototypes and stuff. We, like at Gaydon, I don't know if you've seen it, we have like the bargain end. And we just put them all on the side, and a lot of scratch builders come and buy that because it's like half finished products, half built. That's
where you got some of this stuff from.
Some stuff gets broken accidentally, or people come along, fix it, and add it to their layouts and modify it and change it around. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's definitely where I bagged a bargain from.
Yeah.
That's all good. Put that to the side there. So just while you mentioned there about getting products and stuff, Stephen here over in Australia, have you got any outlets? Breaking the set. Have you got any outlets in Australia where he can get some stuff, or does he have to rely on online?
Ian, you're more on that one. Ian?
Classic. Yeah, we'll do another question.
As he walks off, Mr. Slot Car and Armchair Racer. Ian deals with our sales and
distribution
and distribution lines.
Yeah.
So Mr. Slot Car and Armchair Racer. Stock our stuff over that way.
There you go, my mate.
Yeah, and we can send it direct. I mean, the shipping may be a little bit more crazy, but if they want it pretty quick and sent over, then we can send it direct from here, and we do that all the time anyway.
Like every other day I'm sending a parcel to around the world somewhere, so and we've got the new economy rates on the shipping as well, so if you're not in too much of a hurry, you can get the shipping quite a bit cheaper now as well.
Okay, cool. And here we go.
And one thing as well, we quite often if the website over calculates the shipping and then I process it and it's more, I tend to do a refund on the extra. So if they've paid like 20 quid for postage and it's only cost me 15, they'll get a refund of the rest.
That's good. That's very good. I would have kept it. But you know, I would have kept it purely for one reason. While you're on this reason, that's the reason.
Nice.
£82. If you were listening earlier, you'd understand what that means. It was all about how much a slot car is. But here you go. Here's some ideas coming through now from viewers. So it says, do they make the garages at Albert Park's F1 circuit with the word Melbourne written on the roof? No, you buy the garage and then you paint Melbourne on the roof.
we can customize things for people. I've sent we've got a customer in America I do quite a bit for, and I've put like the F1 logo on the side of our pit buildings for him, and
his raceway, his own name, wasn't
yeah,
it?
I've made signs of his own raceway, and I've etched those on, and I've made them for him. So it is customizable if you contact us. So yeah,
brilliant. And Ken Block, sorry Ken, rest in peace. Ken Block tribute build. So maybe do like a little hangar or
okay. Have you seen our TRC rally program that we did, like 2-parter? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
With a Ken Block car.
That's got the Ken Block car.
Yeah.
And we did a little Ken Block track. That was the Ken Block track.
That was the Ken Block track.
That was our Ken Block track that we made. Yeah, we did it.
Had like a tilt bridge and a jump where the car went up through the HGV. And are we still on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
There's a couple of years.
Oh yeah, you're scrolling down. There we go.
Yeah.
Not too far. It's up a bit, I think. There it is. Down a bit.
On the right.
On the left.
On the left, even.
This one?
No.
This one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a mock-up of us pretending to be in a studio and presenting this program of these 4 racers.
One of which is Ken Block.
One's Ken Block.
I love it.
With his hat on.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a 2-part series, and we did like in-car footage. The track you can see is on the wall in the background. But yeah, it was a really cool, fun thing to make. It just took a long time.
Yeah.
It was through lockdowns that we were able to edit all that together because we had the time. But yeah, there's probably hundreds of hours to make those 2 short little videos.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what we need. For Gaydon is what we need from you is some slot box stickers.
Okay.
So if you've got the ability to run like, I don't know, 50 of them off, straight round the polycar competition room.
Oh yeah. we have
onto all of the boxes, and that's like
we've got some stickers we can use for that.
Yeah. Because who was it? Electric Dreams. He come down and saw us.
Marco
Gaydon last time. Marco, yeah. And he put a load of stickers out saying slot cars are back, and he was putting them on everyone's tables. And then I said to Ian, that is awesome. We need to come up with a little tagline and make our own stickers and just throw them out there. I know my kids liked them. They had Marco stickers and put them on their toys and stuff.
Yeah.
So
magnetic racing is back.
Yeah.
Well, you never went away, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So what's next then? We sort of, you've got what blew me away in Milton Keynes was how much R&D you actually do. It shocked me. Whether Ian was drunk and got the stats wrong, I don't know. But it was how many products would you say you launched, or you're trying to on average launch? Because I know some years it might be more, some years it might be less. How many products do you sort of do a month, a year?
It's so up and down with the track build. So when we've got a track build like we have at the moment, we don't have much time for products. But as soon as this track's done, we've got a whole load of products like ready to come out, like the Dunlop bridge from Rimsgur. That's not far off from being finished. So as soon as this track that is literally behind the camera there is done, that's going to be one of the first things we're going to be cracking on with to get that out in May.
I'm halfway through the Cota Tower from Circuit d'America's.
Oh, right.
The big tower there. I just thought that was a more of a personal project.
Yeah.
So I just thought, I'd like to do that. I mean, it might be too big for people's tracks, but it's a cool build. It's got a stairwell that goes up inside, a lift shaft in the middle, and it's got red swooping.
Red, white, and blue swooping. Like the American flag, like swooping up the side.
Can we get it into Richard's track?
Yeah, put it on the floor.
Yeah. I've scaled it down slightly, so it's not 100% to 1 to 32. So it's too big, but yeah, you just got to be a bit clever with the scaling. But no, it would fit on there. It'd fit nicely where that piece of paper is there, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Hang on, let's get back on the thing. There you go. Cool.
Yeah, so it's as many as we have time for.
We don't rush them.
No.
And we don't ever put a number on it to then make us rush our buildings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not corporate, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's just done when it's done, and we both build each other's products. So if Ian makes one, I build it and critique it, which he doesn't like a lot. And
Yeah,
Ian does the same. Ian does the same with mine. You know, down to where we put the nodes and how the walls join together and stuff. So then we critique each other's builds. So we never rush it. It's just out when it's out.
Okay, and do you race slot cars? Do you get involved in playing around with on the track that you build?
At the events we go to, we do, but it's very much we get somewhere, we'll set a track up, and then we're the marshals for 3 hours or whatever.
I obviously set a stig time.
Yes,
so I set a stig time on the track and put that on the leaderboard for people to try and take the time.
And then they get halfway through the time that they've booked with us, and they're like, "How's that time even possible? We don't even believe it." And then we have to prove it, and then so yeah, that can get interesting sometimes.
They
yes,
turn up with a 30k motor. Sorry, say again, Ian.
We don't get to race as much as we'd like to because we're quite often just the marshals for the event that we've gone and set up.
Yeah. I was going to invite you down to Rockingham, but it's a hell of a drive from Portsmouth.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Yeah, the last one we did was North Wales Slot Car Club.
Oh yeah,
with Scotty, the guy there, and that was an endurance
4 hour
4 hour endurance. And I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was good fun. But no, we don't actually get time with. Well, I've got a young family and then works and don't get a chance to do much stuff as you probably.
No, I know. I'm the same. Like this week, for instance, I've particularly spent more time doing the Le Mans video, the standalone Le Mans video, which is different from the lives because the lives are a bit blurry, but I did do a proper video that will actually link in and work well with what Wayne, who's from North Wales Slot Car Club, Wayne Landham, whose channel is Car Fun Mostly. So if you subscribe to Car Fun Mostly, he did some really good prelims. So the day before the race, getting in all the team stuff, under the bonnets, all of that. And then Johnny S, he got all of the trophy ceremony, and all of the end part, which I didn't. So it's kind of between the three of us, we got a good coverage. So that's what's kept me busy this week. What's been keeping you busy this week?
This track build.
Yeah.
It's the amount of hours that have gone into it. There's the main building on it is was it?
Well, Doug could lie down in front of it, and it's longer than him.
Yeah.
So, are you up for sharing some photos of it, and I can put them up next week? Show you the program.
It's been
not the overall, maybe some little sections of it that you're quite proud of, like cobblestones.
Yeah, we can send you a couple of little teasers.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. We do teasers here.
It's going to
talking about little things.
It's going to be in a public domain. So, once it's in, then we can obviously
share away.
We can go up there as we can maybe meet you up there. If you like.
Cool.
And it's in a public domain. It's to be used by the public. It's a model, massive diorama of their facility. And one of their track, and people can race on it as well. We can meet you up there. Maybe when Travis comes down, mix it in with something. Maybe
the other trip thing.
The other trip thing.
The other plan we've got going on that we're keeping as a world secret at the moment.
Yeah.
Talking about little things, the TARDIS. Adrian has got his TARDIS in his track, and I played it out last week. Played his video clip, and then I got a copyright claim because the music in the background he was playing in his shed while he was videoing it busted me on a copyright. We got round it, but the TARDIS, that looks like that's going to be a big hit, even though it's such a small thing. It's the sort of thing, and this is a goldmine with Father's Day coming up. that my kids would be able to afford to get me.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's in that realm of, it's in the same sort of hemisphere as the Watchtower.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Nice and small. And
did I actually get that right? He says.
There somewhere.
There it is. The Marshall Post.
The Marshall Post. That's it.
I knew it wasn't called the Watchtower.
we knew what you meant. We
exactly. But are you doing any sort of more novelties like that, like Portaloos or little bits?
No, that was just a random off the cuff thing.
Yeah.
I did that.
Genius.
That was one night. Yeah, that was one night when the kids were up. They woke up in the night or something. I couldn't get back to sleep, so I got my laptop out and sat there and made the targets.
Wow. Okay.
No, since if it's a hit, then yeah, definitely. If anyone's got any ideas of any other little sort of memorabilia things like that.
Yes, Travis, you will need to stay for a month.
Yes, he will. We're just waiting on him to sort out the flights over, and then we can sort out the logistics of the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Cool.
At this rate, he's going to be staying in a tent in my back garden because of the way the flights are running, and then B&B in it over the weekend.
Yeah. Well, we can stay in our unit.
Yeah. Where do you stay local when you stay up? Do you stay Banbury or Leamington? You don't travel in and go home every day, do you?
No. Last time we stayed in not that close, but Solihull.
Well, that isn't close.
No, but the price of like Premier Inns and stuff were quite expensive when we got around to booking it, and that was the only one at a sensible price. It was worth travelling the extra 15 minutes up the road for a hotel that was half the price.
I'll message you an idea in a bit. But anyway, I might sort it out for you. But yeah, the closer it gets to the event, the more expensive and the less available things will be becoming.
Yes.
So Trav is on it. So, well, come again?
Sorry, no, I was just about to say your club did well on the 24-hour Le Mans.
Yes, they did. Well done, Rockingham. I know a couple of them are possibly listening to this now. I know that Adam mentioned he watched it. The great thing about this is that most of us have got kids. So we're up at this unearthly time in the morning, unkept. And the rest of us who have got kids that have grown up are mentally scarred from having kids and are up at this time in the morning on a Sunday. So it just gives someone something to do or to look forward to on a Sunday. So they're watching this. They did exceedingly well. And I'm watching back the video that I'm making, and it is really good. It is some of the coverage and the racing is just, not to give it away because you saw it all live.
Yeah, no, it was good. I think they led from lap 2 or something, didn't they?
Yeah, something like that. They had a couple of scary moments towards the end.
Towards the end, yeah. But they had such
brought
a
it
buffer,
on,
didn't they? Yeah. How many laps do they do in the end, in total?
I'd have to find out, but it's close to 5,000.
Is it close to 5,000 laps? Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
That's some repetition, isn't it?
Yeah. That's crazy.
That is a lot of laps.
Did you stay for the whole time?
Yeah. No, I didn't. So I had to think about that then. I didn't go on. I didn't realise it was on the Friday. So I missed the boat there, or I would have been in there on Friday as well. But yeah, so it's on Friday for practice, qualify. Sorry, they set up on Thursday.
Yeah.
Then they practice and do everything they need to, tweaking on the Friday. Then they have qualifying on Saturday morning. All of the stuff that you saw me doing sort of live, even though the bandwidth issues, you can still sort of get the idea. They do all of that on the Saturday. It's the full itinerary there. And then on Sunday, they finish the race. It's amazing. Honestly, the engineering that goes into the cars is almost like the detail that you put into your buildings.
Yeah.
Because I'm now getting down to the detail end of this project.
Oh. Start again.
He says, let's put some light on the matter. There you go. That looks quite good. I might leave that on.
Yeah.
I'm getting to the detail end, but the detail in these cars is just next level. And I'm just looking at it thinking, it all starts from a chassis.
Yep. Wow. It's, yeah.
So did
Where'd you start? I don't know. My brain don't work like that.
I've not seen much of the footage. Did many cars break down? Do the motors last 5,000 laps?
Yeah, well, this round was pretty good because this round they basically there wasn't anyone that didn't finish.
Okay.
So I think from a lot of years they have some cars or a car in the race that's always problematic. It's just problematic from the start, and you know, it's like throwing money at something. It's throwing good money after bad. Have you heard that saying where you just it doesn't matter what you do, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
A bit like me trying to edit this video clip with a different video clips audio. It's just it's not going to work. So this year they didn't have one. Team Demon Slot had a challenge on the first or second lap, and they had to pull it off the car, off the track, and go and sort it out and put it back on in the first couple of laps. But they seemed to be all right after that.
Yeah.
SRC Eindhoven, I believe, broke a chassis. They had a crash or they were rear-ended and it broke a chassis, but they managed to fix it and finish the race. There wasn't anyone, like I say, Rockingham had a little incident in the last sort of half an hour, which was like, but they managed to sort it out. I think because the experience level of the racers and the drivers that are there and the team people in support is so intensely vast that as soon as something comes in, they've A, built the car, so they know every part of it.
Yeah.
But B, they love it and enjoy it. So it's like problem solving to them is like this is as good as it gets. You know, and the pressure of it, it's like being on countdown, trying to fix the car and get it back on.
It's like the warm-up lap, the out lap. I would have crashed on the out lap, I think.
On the
sighting
laps.
The safety car. Yeah, they got to follow the safety car for 2 laps, and it went off, went go, and they played some music, and they went off. And I thought I'd just rear-end the car in front of me
well,
and get moaned at.
They had a moment like it where they'd set out the cars for the concourse judging.
Yeah.
They had a moment where somebody on the podium behind was plugged the controller in.
Oh.
And literally, all the cars stacked up like before the race, and everyone was like, "Oh my, they haven't just destroyed the whole grid." But it was actually okay. You see it on the video. You don't see the crash, but you see I show them replacing them, as it were.
Yeah,
nice.
So there you have it. So what's the plan for the rest of you today? What are you up to today?
I'm building a train layout, actually.
Yeah.
For this track that we're building, it's got it's got a train on it. So so I am doing bits and pieces regarding model railways. This afternoon today.
Do you do railways? Do you know about them? Do you understand them?
No, we know. No, not as much as the proper enthusiasts, obviously. No. But we have added trains to a couple of tracks before.
I've never got into it.
It's crazy. The model railway world is way more crazy than the slot car world.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
And way more scales and so much more choice and so much more. Yeah, it's a different world.
Right, I've got a question for you. So while you're here, selfishly going to ask a question for my own personal gain. When you do see ya. When you make hills and mountains and stuff, or like jaggedy rock faces, what do you use?
All sorts.
I use Doug.
Is it like the kind of plaster Paris kind of powder stuff you mix up?
It's where'd you start? Carving plaster. That's always a good one. The problem with plaster Paris, it gets really hard. Some of the different types of plaster Paris, it's really hard to carve in your rocks. So
I was going to say, isn't it the goal to be robust?
It is, but trying to carve it then with a knife and things is a bit tricky. This is softer, but it's 10 times more expensive. But I normally, to make the hills, I use like chicken wire, wooden frame, and plaster cloth, and Kingspan foam. Kingspan foam's a good one.
Yeah.
You can stick it all together and get the height and the general shape. Then you can use plaster cloth over it to try and tidy some of that up. And then if I'm going,
I haven't heard of that. I'm gonna have a look at that later.
Yeah, I've pretty much just used most of mine over there. But it's big rolls of it off the internet. You just cut it up into strips, soak it in water, and you can lay it on there. And it's really good for that. If I'm going really into the rocks, then I use the molds. So you get rubber silicone molds, and
jelly mold.
Yeah, like a jelly mold, I suppose. Yeah, and I make hundreds of those rocks if I'm doing big rock faces. You'll see some when we go to Gaydon on the track, when we bring the track there, and then I apply those onto it, and then I get plaster and I sew as it were the rocks together. So I join all the rocks together,
just fill in the gaps, sort of thing.
Filling in the gaps. And then once it's dry or drying, then I scratch so the rocks all go seamlessly into each other. So it doesn't look like I've just stuck one rock.
Like I said, as he said, he sews them together. He puts that plaster in and then makes the join he's made look like rock as well. So then it looks like one big rock. Yeah,
but it's not.
Really clever to watch.
It's a series of mini rocks.
Yes.
Yeah.
One way to get your rocks off.
Yeah. The one at Gaydon's got hundreds of rocks. Literally, well, maybe thousands.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's all the painting.
Yeah. Cool.
Many layers of painting.
Yeah. And what paint do you use in particular?
I normally use the Vallejo
for the rock spraying.
Yeah, the rocks. But I water it down, so I turn them into washes rather than just painting them directly onto it. So yeah, just put them in a cup, water it down. It's I'm not sure what the parts would be. If do
you use water or thinner?
Yeah, just use water. I would fill this bottle all the way up, most of the way up here, and literally just I don't know, about 20 drops, 15 drops of paint into that water. Yeah, just as a wash. But you put that wash on there, and then once that's dry, you do another wash.
Yeah.
And then you strengthen that wash for the low lights underneath the crevices, and then you use more of a light brush white over the top for the sun on the top. Yeah.
Okay. That is good, because last week we were talking about grey wash for the doghouse.
Yeah.
And I was saying, because it looks a little bit like a Barrett home at the moment. It's so clinically clean.
A Barrett home.
Yeah.
But a house on the prairie kind of clean, that I wanted to grey it out a little bit. So that I'm going to try. Excuse me. Round here somewhere, I've got my very own bottle, and it is about that full as well.
Oh, there you go.
So
start off with a light wash first, like a really light wash, and then once it's dry, if you can't see it, then just do another one on top.
Yeah, start lighter and then go darker. It's easier to go darker than back the other way.
I'm going to paint the base of this the same colour as that and practice on this before it even goes near that.
Yeah.
And then
obviously like a darker wash right on the bottom, like most buildings, you get that dirt line from the floor that's gone up to the first couple of courses of bricks. So then do that a little bit darker, and that tends to blend it up more. Yeah. And under the windows, a little bit more under the window sills where the dirt tends to gather. Just little things like that, then we make the building pop and come alive.
Little run marks from where it's been raining.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, how deep does the rabbit hole of detail go?
Yeah, ask Tara. Yeah, if you see some of Daikon's work, we've got him to paint a few of our things before. We had a model train that needed doing, and he then takes it apart and then does the whole thing. And the weathering he put on that, down to the windscreen wipers, the dirt and the smear from the wipers.
Really?
And
really? Down to the actual smear on the... I get that on a car when you've got dodgy wiper blades. You get that smear,
down to that.
The two lines like this.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
If you need anything
Fabulous.
commissioned, then Dicom's he's a good one. And
Yeah.
he's always at the shows. He's always at the shows, Gaydon and stuff.
Cool. So how long have you been doing this? I think you said about buying the magnetic racing company years ago. Were you doing this sort of thing before? I can't remember if I asked earlier.
So we started Think Scale Electric events in 2011, 2012.
Cool. I didn't ask.
So yeah, so that's when we started doing Scale Electric events.
And we
That's
scratch
12
built
years
now.
ago.
Yeah, so we did lots of scratch building to start with, and then it was 16, 17 that we did our first track build for a customer, because we did an event for them. They loved it so much they didn't want us to take the track away.
Yeah.
So we then built them a track and took it back to them, and they kept it. And
Was that the Lego one?
that was the Lego one.
It's a Lego themed track.
Right.
So it was using Scale Electric track,
Yeah.
Lego scenery for buildings and bridge structures and
Billboards,
billboards,
and the pond,
and then normal scenic stuff like grass and flock to blend the two together, the track and the Lego models.
Wow.
Yeah.
How creative is that?
Yeah.
Have you got pictures of it?
yeah, they're on the website. They're on our website.
And am I allowed to pilfer these pictures and share them with people
Yeah,
now and
absolutely.
again?
Yeah, of course.
Just got to check in case there's like one that you're not proud of. Oh, why is he showing that one? Do you use weathering powders?
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. I've got a whole massive tray of weathering powders. They're really cool, really easy.
Do you put them on with a dry brush? Is that what that stuff is?
Yeah. I just dry brush it on there normally. I mix them up quite a lot to get the tone that I want. And I thought Ian was trying to find it. Yeah, but and then you can see. I normally just do them dry, but sometimes you can seal them on there as well. But I find the powder just sticks onto the building quite well and just stays there. Yeah.
So for like the doghouse here, would I use sort of powder on the base bit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there
Big
it is.
Tray of bits, and then that's just from a thing. Yeah. So,
Is that oh right, I see.
it's
So
just a
it's got
paper plate, and I've got different types of colours from the rust. So from a bright orange down to a dark.
Yeah.
So then the fresh rust I can make bright orange and then darken it down so it's it's got older and things like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. Because I've been thinking I need to do one on. Excuse me for cutting in front of the camera, everyone. So I got my bridge.
Yes. There you go. So yeah, on the top of that, on the top, you can use, and especially where some of the rivets are, you can use some of that light colour rust powder. Yeah. If it doesn't stick, you can make it ever so slightly damp and then put it on, then it will just stick on there.
Right. Okay. Cool. We'll do that later.
Push it into the edges, like where the metal joins into the some of the frame. You sort of push it in there. It just looks like a metal frame would be on a building.
Cool, because what I've been doing today is just touching it with the airbrush. I've got some rust colour and just spray it in with the airbrush very slowly, just opening. So you just got little, it's almost like...
We do that with the Dunlop bridge. We do that with the Dunlop bridge. Before we stick the letters on, what I do is get like a silver grey and lightly airbrush. Have you got one there?
Yes.
You lightly airbrush over the tyre. And what it does, it makes the tyre pop.
That's the plain one.
Yeah. What it does, so there's the plain one, obviously. So there's nothing on that, if you can actually see. And then that one's got the airbrush slightly on it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if you can see it. Then makes some kind of shadow over the etch on the tyres. So there's the plain one.
Yeah. Yeah. You can make it out. You can.
Can you see it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
because then what you've got is the grooves of the tyre.
Yeah.
Actually darker than their front, than the raised section.
So what I've done is light airbrush, just one swoop with the airbrush, like that. Yeah. And then when you stick the letters on, and it heightens the black in the etch of the actual tyre, of the groove of the tyre. Yeah.
Wow.
That can make it come. Yeah, it can make it. Come alive.
So the problem I've got now is that anyone who's ever built one of these from you knows that as soon as you glue these letters on, they ain't coming off.
No,
they're never coming off.
No, the wood splits before the letter comes off.
You were like, lick it and pop it off. You can't do it. It's stuck. So next one I build, or actually, I think Travis was building one last week. I don't know if he's finished his bridge yet or not. But if he hasn't got to that stage, maybe he could be doing. He could be the test specimen and get that sprayed, and then we can learn from what he does.
Yeah,
that would be interesting.
I've literally just had to airbrush about 30 bridges worth. A couple of suppliers ordered loads of painted bridges.
30 what? Actually made bridges?
Yeah.
30 of them. How big's his setup?
Oh no, it's for a supplier. So they then sell them on. Yeah. Amazing. So if you wanted a pre-made one, then they've got it in America and in France. So they've got them pre-made, pre-painted by us theirs for quick delivery. So they've ordered those.
Crazy.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, so I had all those tyres laid out on tables with my airbrush, just over them all.
I've run out of paint.
Yeah. Luckily, you can do all 30 bridges, and it only takes half a cap of paint on the airbrush.
Airbrush is amazing.
Yeah. So that's
fantastic.
Cool. How's your car going?
Sorry?
How's your car going that you've been doing? Spraying your car?
Yeah, I was just having a chat. I was just covering it before you come on. So, hang on.
Yeah, make you big. That's it.
There you go. So, yes. So, this side was the side that I'd had the challenge on, if you remember. Like, I'd had the orange base, and I'd started to spray green on it. And I could imagine what your faces would have been like on your screen going, what are you doing? Why are you spraying green straight onto fluorescent orange? You muppet, Pete. This is going to go one way badly. And it was really dark. But so what I did was on this side, and unfortunately the video file that I've made where I'd had this sprayed white for people to see or primed is corrupt. So I can't play it with you guys. Yeah. But generally, I put a primer layer on these three sides and then sprayed it with the green, and it looks kind of nice.
Yeah.
And then to compare about the other side, which I then thought, well, it's dark and murky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep spraying it. I'm just going to spray it another 3 or 4 coats and see if layering and layering and layering actually makes it come to the right color. And
it's going to make it heavy.
Yeah, so that's the resprayed, nice and consistent, and then that's the other spray. I'm trying to. So it's still darker. Yeah, it's still slightly darker than this side.
What is it? They say preparation is the most important part of spraying, of painting, isn't it? So
yeah, absolutely.
Getting that primer level on.
So I'm gonna sand it down a little bit today.
Yeah.
Just so I'm not getting too much build up and starting to lose the line details. A little sand up, and then spray it and respray it the right color. And then next week, what we can do is we can do the taping out of it with the different grid
nice
tape.
Yeah. I did a Williams car, the Formula 1 car, so they didn't make the rocket one. Scalextric didn't make the rocket one, so I had to get the older model and then try and spray it up. It's a classic one. Yeah. So I had to try and spray it up, and it's like two-tone. It went from
blue up to white, and it just like
blue up to white,
slowly changed.
Yeah.
Like a blend.
Yes. Yeah, like a blend. I tried it out with the airbrush. That was a.
Yeah, you did a good job there.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. The cars frustrate me. They're so small and fiddly. I like doing.
Yeah, but you guys are masters. You need one of these. These things.
Lights, yeah.
Magnifying glass thing.
Doug's had his eyes lasered.
Where is it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Laser your own eyes.
This is as far as our modifications go. We did some cars. We made some cars.
Hold on.
There was a TV series called Curfew.
All right.
And
I never saw that.
With Sean Bean in and stuff. So I had to change. This is actually a die-cast model that we put a Scalextric chassis in the bottom of. It's a Jaguar.
Yeah.
And what they do, there was like a zombie program, and they had to try and survive in zombie times. So we
Really?
had to make the cars from the film and then do an event for them. So that was a Volvo estate there, and the camper van.
Nice.
And then put the stuff on there.
You know, I thought that was a set of speakers on the front at the top.
That's what it's it's representing.
Yeah, it's trying to represent. Was it speakers?
I think it was speakers.
Was it? I don't know what it was.
Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah.
It was 20. Where? Yeah, 20.
Yeah.
In the tens.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's as far as our car stuff goes a lot of the time. But yeah, that's fun. They're all signed by the cast as well.
Oh wow! There's a little bit of memorabilia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Right.
That was from the Darth Vader man, wasn't it?
Yes. We did an event for Break, the charity, the road safety charity, and they had the Green Cross Code man there, who was also Darth Vader. So yeah, he signed that of Doug's car, his Pioneer Mustang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Pioneer Mustang, I hear you say.
Something like that. Yep.
Oh, we love those here.
Ah, you got one as well.
Yes.
Ah, there you go.
Nice.
Yes.
Love it.
What is your favourite slot car, Pete?
What's my favourite slot car?
Yeah. Looks wise, not necessarily racing, but that you just love to look at.
The Viper.
The Scalextric Dodge Viper with yellow lights. And
they come with yellow lights, does it?
Yeah, they're yellow. The lights in the front, they look white, but they actually shine yellow.
Yeah.
So that's my favourite slot car to look at. I think I like a lot of the old vintage, the classic cars. You know, like I've been working on the thin wall special. So that's how it's. Yeah, a bit older.
Yeah,
like
older.
So like 40s and 50s. He's trying to find one now. But, I quite like Group C. So that's a Porsche 962C from Slot It.
You need to make your screen bigger, Pete.
Of course I do. Spot the Pro.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
So as it comes, so this is the one that I originally had. Hang on. So originally I started with this one.
Cool.
So I like that.
Yeah.
But me and Albert destroyed it. So then I got a white body kit, which I sprayed up.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Again,
that's good.
Me and Albert destroyed it. It's pattern
there's a theme going on here.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
So then I bought, let him race.
Yeah.
Don't let him race Rockingham.
Yeah, don't let me race your car, honestly. I blew Dave's engine up. I've destroyed Matt Tucker's spoilers. I'm just a nightmare. And I was taking it easy. Then I got the Futura livery, same car. And then, you know, like I've mentioned, that obviously with things going on last year, I'm sort of strapped for cash this year. So I'm like putting things together. Thank you, Ian.
Right.
So this was my one slot car purchase of the year so far. We're in month 3.5. No, we're not 4. We're in halfway through the 4th month. And I've spent, bar buying a building, I've spent £10 on this cover and chassis.
I was going to say, where are the wheels?
Exactly. They're still where I stole it from. Stealing's bad, everyone. Don't steal. Disclaimer alert. Do not steal.
You won't be allowed back in Gaydon now.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
So might do a project of getting all the components and the parts over a period of time and building this car up to be race spec, tune it up for the viewers.
Cool.
Nice.
And see, and so people can see how that goes together and comes along, because I normally buy the cars as they are and then just change little bits of them. I haven't actually bought all the components for a car
and put it all together
in its truest sense, because I did have the MR slot car that I showed you a minute ago. I'll put it away now. which I did a engine change on. Because it was a Sidewinder and it has to be an inline or vice versa. I had to change it over so I can race it later in the year when BPR comes round. So yeah, so my favourite slot cars to look at, probably some of the American muscle cars.
Yeah.
But to race, favourite slot car to race is probably
Your 125.
the Lola, the Thunder Slot Lola T70.
Okay.
And I like to race it because you'll get this. It has no spoiler to break. It has no wing mirrors to lose. It's a robust car.
It's got a pointy front so you can pick up other cars.
Scoot them out the way.
Exactly. Very robust.
Well, they call that super resistant scale electrics, don't they?
Yeah, but you know, we could get super resistant and we can spray them up to look like high detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Where's that car gone?
Which one?
That one that's 3D.
Dude, where's my car?
Oh, the green one.
Oh, look, this is what you need, Pete.
This is what you need, Pete. Wait till you see this.
You can take everyone out with this, Pete.
All right, let's get you on the big. Hang on, let's get you on the big screen. Yeah,
That's 3D. That's 3D printed. It must be about 3 or 4 mil thick.
Wow.
I tell you what, you would take out the whole field if you drove that round the track.
Nothing's knocking you out of the green with that.
Yeah. Le Mans 24. Here we come.
Yeah, there we are. Look at that. That's solid. Yeah. You could throw it out of a 4th floor and it'd still be fine.
It's almost worth entering as like a gag, a joke. We're like, here's my car, just to see what the scrutineers say. They're like, go away, Pete.
If they had a banger racing category, I would definitely enter that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah. I see slot car 21 said a zombie theme track as a layout would be good. That's actually something we're planning to do on our downtime once this track build's done. Is we often make little tracks, like
8x4,
8x4 style track, like rally ones, and we just build them for fun. And it was going to be a zombie themed. So we've got a load of figures that have come off the resin printer that are sort of fails, as it were, with arms missing and heads missing. So we were going to paint them up like zombies and have them on the floor and use a couple of these cars or modify some cars and have them rallying around a zombie infested old track layout. So maybe the Reims, use a few of the Reims buildings and weather them up so much like they're
like they've been there like hundreds of years, derelict.
Like you're watching The Walking Dead or something.
Yeah.
I love The Walking Dead.
Yeah, so a track like that just for fun, just to make it in our downtime.
The Walking Dead, love it.
On it.
That's like OTL, that one.
Yeah,
that's what you need.
Track build. Yeah,
you need the prison from Walking Dead.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Or Alexandria or somewhere like some apocalyptic collection.
Yeah, the cars going through the fences and
because you wouldn't have to do much work on it because it's knackered.
Yeah, that's it.
Just leave it outside to get weathered.
So this Dave over at Slot R, we featured his website, his YouTube channel last week on the show. Slot R, lovely guy. He's building a lot of your kit on his channel.
Yes.
So
been nice.
Have you seen them? Have you?
Yeah, the toilet block, so good. The container toilet block.
What we'll do is we'll flip it on the screen. So if anyone wasn't online last week with us, they can quickly see it now with us. There we go. There he is. Mm-hmm. So as you see here, he's doing the container.
Hi, I'm Dave. Welcome to the.
Hi, Dave. This is the bit that I saw. And he just goes through building this stuff up. Oh, hello.
So, the part 2 of that where he shows the weathering, that's really good.
Yeah, I've not seen it. This bit, look, you can see inside and everything.
Yeah.
And he's put the wallpaper on the wall already. He knows what he's doing. He's doing things like logically, which is something that didn't come easy to me. With like this, he says trashing the place. like with the car, he come up and said the other day, you need to spray it white and then do the darker color.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah.
What can I say?
The color underneath has such a big influence on the color on top. So sometimes you can use that to your advantage. If you want to change the tone of a color, use a darker primer. Or if you want a lighter color, use a lighter primer. So it does have a big effect. And it's also the color that's underneath when you start rubbing away for some weathering. If you've got the right color underneath. So if you're thinking about that, then that massively helps at later steps.
Cool. So I'm going to wrap it up in a second because I was trying to keep these things to an hour and a half to 2 hours. Sweet spot. So before we go, what we'll do is we'll have another shameless plug of your website.
Thank you.
That's all right. Because it is the place to be. Yeah, customer photos. Let's go to the start. Magnetic Racing. Here they are. If you've just tuned in or you've tuned in recently, like the last 20 minutes, this is where you'll find Magnetic Racing. This is your hotspot, the shop. This is where you're going to find all your bits and bobs that these guys make. And it's extensive, so and organized. You will find me all over these places. So this is stop sharing. There you go.
That's it. Yeah, even if it's just look at the pictures on the customer gallery, just for inspiration for your own tracks. I often do that when we're doing track builds. I go onto our customer galleries and look through and go, that's a cool little scene, and that's a good little scene. Yeah, and I take notes from it and that. So yeah, it's good.
And the other way we can get photos literally on an hourly basis is on your Facebook page, right? You got a Facebook group?
Facebook and Instagram.
Boom, there they are. So I really like the Facebook one because Facebook is, or FaceAche as I call it sometimes, is ruthless at notifying you about things.
Yeah.
Trying to watch a film. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah. Oh, look, Auntie Ellen's done something. There, Ian and Doug's just got some new visitors, and there's, just please, trying to do your own thing. Anyway, we could talk all day about social media for sure.
Yes.
Just before we sign off and say goodbye to everyone and everything, what are you having for dinner later?
Oh, dinner. I don't know. Haven't really thought about it. Maybe pizza.
Wife, if
set off now. You can get round for a Sunday roast if you fancy it.
Yeah. Wife.
I don't say that because you have got my address.
It'll take us a few hours to get up to you.
It'll be cold before we got there.
Yeah. So anyway, look, thanks ever so much, guys, for joining the mayhem this morning. It's been good fun, actually, learning a bit more about you guys.
No, it's cool. Yeah,
it's good.
No, I'm looking forward to seeing more of your content and other people coming on your show and stuff.
Yes.
So
cool.
Good. It's good.
Well, I'm big fans of yours, and I like to support you guys and buy your material and stuff. It gives me something to do in the evening. I don't really know what I'm going to do with all these buildings as I'm building them.
Yeah,
I've got. I can place them strategically around my new polycar track.
There you go.
Yeah.
Got the polycar track. It's to do to have something that I can use consistently to do some time trials and things as I get cars through and things, because through the show's history, the ethos was new episode, new track.
Okay.
But because the garage is in a bit of a disarray at the moment with things in there in storage, haven't got the space luxury anymore. The Skeletric track that I've got needs a lot of repair because it's just old and knackered after all the use. So I've got the new polycar track to try out a new track, but to have something that's box fresh and consistent. So if at any time you want to send something down to put on it, I'll send it back to you gladly after we've done whatever there for some promotion. Then let me know and we'll stick it right in the middle, pride of place.
How big's that? You haven't got a space for 8 foot by 4 foot, have you?
I can put it in. Yeah, I just have to tin opener a hole in the roof.
Yeah,
but it'll be fine.
We got a quarter finished routed track that we've had just sat in our unit for ages. It's all been routed out and
really
stuff. Yeah, but it's just been sat there. I was going to say, if you got space for, is it 8 foot by 4 foot?
8 by 4, yeah.
8 by 4, and you can come pick it up and have it as your track. You got to put braid on it and some scenery.
It'll take me a bit of time to go down there and measure it. But if I can come back to you by Tuesday afternoon,
Yeah.
that'll be perfect. Yeah, no, sound, mate. List, seriously. I will definitely. What did you say it was? About 8 by 6?
8 foot by 4 foot. It's
8
been
by 4.
sat behind our racking for ages, not doing anything, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, there is a God. Post-it notes.
I'll send you a picture of it.
Yes, please, mate.
It's just a single lane routed track that someone made.
That's good.
That we've just had. It just needs braid fitting on it and some of the
revamping
and revamping. Yeah.
So 8 foot. So I'm 6'8", of course. No, I'm 5'7", so about another one of my feet on top of my head. I might be able to get it in here in the basement.
We can lower it from the roof. You can follow Boone's thing with it when he had it lowering down from the roof and playing on it.
Yeah, I've got a lot of time for Boone. I love Boone. He's a great guy. Because he's like you guys. He's like you guys. He can literally make something out of nothing. He's like the A-team.
Yeah.
Fucking in the shed with his van and a couple of blowtorches, and he comes out with like a Scud missile launcher.
That's exactly that.
Amazing.
I love the way he did his track, his electric track, and he carved all the stones out, the cobbles, and there's a good finish to it.
Yeah, he's a detail assassin.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah.
So,
right.
On that note, I'm going measuring excitedly in a minute. And if you just come in on that, I'm talking about a track. Yeah. So, I will see you guys later, dudes.
Yeah,
thank you ever so much for joining us.
Yeah,
legends. Take care. And track fans, how good was that with Ian and Doug? I can see them in the lobby. They're moving their camera around. They're getting out of there. They're going to do, since they're together, they're going to have a strategy meeting, a board meeting, 3 coffees, and then get down the pub for a carvery. Now, honestly, that was epic to get a little bit of time with them and understand what makes them tick, what they're about, what's coming up. There's a prototype. They've got a new product coming at the end of May the 29th for Monaco. And hopefully we get the prototype in the Gaydon Slot Car Festival, the biggest slot car festival in the world, once a year from Gaydon, the British Motor Museum. It's going to be epic. Anyone is going to be there for the week. If you're not going to be able to get there for the weekend, I should have said, then I'm going to speak to Julie, Mark, Roger, and the other guys that run it, Pendle, and see if I can, the NSCC, and just see if I can get an area where I can do some live streaming and bring you live feed. In the event that you catch COVID the week before, please don't go to the event if you've got COVID. If you've got COVID or flu, influenza, sharing is not caring. It's not. But if you bought more than one slot car and you need to know what to do with a spare, sharing is caring. So there you have it. Right. Guys, thanks, Aid. I really appreciate that. Darren, thank you, mate. Slot car, Slotar, Ian and Doug were great sports. They give us some insights about how they make things like the mountain faces, their tracks, the this, that. It was a really good session. So I really appreciate that. So ahead of next week, what's on the agenda? Well, next week will be the first week at the club for Group C, which is why I had the box of Group C cars out. We're going to be doing a bit of work on them later. So if you understand or know about Patreon, I'm on Patreon. I'm going to be doing some of the tuning content over there. So get over to Patreon, Track Fans TV, and have a look at that. Otherwise, next week, Barminess will pursue. I'll be doing update on the car. We're going to be taping it next week. We're going to be spraying the undercoat, and then we're going to, if we've got the time, do the first coat of green stripes on that. So that's going to be fun. Update on the doghouse. Hopefully all being well, I'm going to work like a Roman. I'm going to have the video for Le Mans ready by the end of this week, so I can launch that on Friday or Saturday. It's going to be not hours, but it's a good chunk of video for you to get into and watch and enjoy and look back on if you were there, or if you watch the live streams and you want to reminisce but with better quality. That's going to be your ticket. So Thanks, Paul. Anyone want a ticket? Paul's got a ticket spare for the ticket. Anyone? If you let us know, put in the chat comments or something, or get hold of us via my website, trackfans.tv. Can put you in touch with Paul, and you can buy his ticket off him. Paul's got a spare ticket for the Slot Car Festival. It's going to sell out. It's huge. It's amazing. People from all over the world go. So, on that note, we draw it to a close for another Sunday. And what a session it's been today. So next week, I'm working on the guest for next week and see what we can rustle up, who we can invite on and get an insight into their slot car world, their experience, hobby and their joy, and whatever else we can prize out of them just to get a better understanding, broaden our own knowledge. It's going to be great. So there we have it. There we have it. Thanks ever so much for tuning in, joining us for another Sunday. It's been amazing. I'd shout you all out, but there's so many of you all in the comments, and you've been really good fun. Great interactivity. Dean and Ugg. Oh my God, Dean and Ugg. Doug and Ian had a good time, and we'll look forward to seeing you at their event, at the slot car event in Gaydon. Or if you want to pop onto their website, you can find out all sorts of great stuff about what they do. Inspo is key. So get into their customer photos. I'm going to be putting a few of mine in there soon. See if they publish that. I don't know if I'm good enough to get in there, but I'm going to have a go at getting in the back door. So on that note, guys, I'll see you soon. Have a great Sunday. Well done. I'll see you next week at 7 loosely.